Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome if you're new, my name is Irina and today I'm going to use as much Power Stay makeup as I can on my face. I've recently bought some new Power Stay makeup and I also had some things in my collection for a while. I also got, I used to have this before, this is the Power Stay foundation, but now they have niacinamide in it and I do remember it's a liquid foundation. I do remember it's just not sitting quite right on my face. It was fine for longevity and all of that, but it kind of like emphasized my pores, and I found it best mixed in with a flawless match foundation. It just made like the perfect combination. Because I have a lot of foundations, this time I bought samples and I got it in 220G, which I think it is light nude. It's supposed to be a golden undertone, but I actually don't find this to be like super golden undertone, but anyway. So I'm going to start with the foundation. I don't know how much you actually get in these sachets. It looks like there's hardly anything in this one. I'm going to use this brush. This is one of the new brushes. It's the 112. And one bristle has gone all the way down. I think it's how I stored it. This is the flat stippling brush, and it's actually a lot smaller than other flat brushes I have, so I always thought that this would be good for precision work. Now I'm looking at this shade here, 220. That's not the same as in the Flawless Match. They're supposed to, like, all the foundation are supposed to match each other, and I'm sure I've got 220 in the Flawless Match foundation as well. Although, that's alright actually. Blends nicely. I'm probably gonna need another sachet of those, because that's like not even like maybe half a pump. Oh, actually, as I blend it in, it changes colouring. Oh, okay. If you do manage to squeeze everything out, I would say you get about a pump worth of product in one sachet. I'm getting a little bit more out now. There we go. So this should be enough to do an entire face. That's probably going to be a little bit too much because I had some from the other sachet. And then I've used this brush a little bit and I find that it's a little bit too small for an entire face. This is going to take me a while, but I'm going to persevere. It's actually a lot better for precision work. It's quite nice for concealer. So the foundation says that it gives 24 hours of full coverage. Right now it's at a medium coverage level. But I have a little bit more on the back of my hand. It says it doesn't block pores or dry skin, and it covers skin redness. This is the liquid foundation that stays put and stays comfortable. Matte foundation is supposed to have SPF 10 in it. So let's add a little bit more here. This is where my redness can pick through. And I need a smaller mirror just to check details. So I think I did get it up to full coverage, but can you see my pores? It does seem to sit just slightly more smooth than what I remember. So we'll see how this area will do, and this area here. It has kind of dried down. It actually feels a bit sticky at the minute. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Okay, next I have the concealer, the Power Stay concealer, and this one I have in shade, it doesn't say anymore. I think this one is shade 12N. This one doesn't come in as many shades as the Flawless concealer, which is why I have 12N, because it is the only one that kind of works. The next one is a little bit too yellow, so I'm gonna put it there. Lighten up this area a little bit. I only use a little dot. And I do have this brush, the 215 brush. It was supposed to be a concealer brush, but and I can see why, but I actually want to use it for the eyeshadow. I kind of like this kind of flat type of brush, especially for cream eyeshadow, because I've got some. So I am going to use this same brush for concealer, because it is small enough for that. So this concealer is also supposed to stay put all day long. 18 hours actually. This one has been tested for. Covers fine line, dark circles, blemishes and redness, and looks natural for up to 18 hours. Well, I do think it's quite good coverage on it. It says medium buildable coverage. Yeah, pretty medium coverage. Fresh, holds its natural finish through heat, humidity and non-stop activity. Yeah, it's kind of like a natural. It's more mattified on my skin. Oil-free formula stands up to heat, sweat and humidity. I'm not going to put it to test for that. Although maybe I will. I don't know. It's pretty humid in the UK as it is. Suitable for all skin types. I do have normal oily skin, so combination skin, normal here, oily there, but my under eyes have been quite dried recently. Well, with getting older really, my under eyes are a little bit drier, so this is quite the test. That's what it looks like on the skin. It looks quite good on first application, and I'm just gonna set it with some powder. I know it says that it's supposed to stay put, and normally you wouldn't need to set it, but because of how my face is, it will crease. It will just crease. So I'm going to take the Ultra Match pressed powder. This one is in shade 21N. I'm just taking a generic fluffier brush, and I'm only setting my under eye. I'm going to complete the rest of the face with the Ultra Color bronzing powder in shade Warm Tan and blush powder in shade Petal Pink. At this point I feel like I want to spray something on my face just to kind of like get that makeup-y look off my skin. Can tell, probably not from there. I think my forehead is fine. It's mostly this area here where it just looks a little bit more on the makeup-y side, but it is a full coverage foundation. I tend to get that for full coverage foundations, to be fair. Okay, I'm gonna move on to my eyes, and I'm actually not going to prime them. I have shadow sticks. So I have the Power Stay shadow sticks. I have one in shade Everyday Beige. You will see why it's not my favorite. And then I have Smoky Olive, which is one of the newer ones, and Pearly Vanilla, which is also a new one. So let me give you some swatches first. Okay, so we have Everyday Beige, Smoky Olive, Pearly Vanilla. And the reason I'm not going to set my eyes, I'm not going to prime my eyes, is because I found that these work really well as eyeshadow primer. I'm going to use Everyday Beige as a base. And the main reason this is not my favorite is because it is hardly detectable on my skin tone. But as a base, works really well. I found with these sticks you need to be quite quick in working with them because they set quite quickly. This one is fine, I'm not doing anything special with it. But now I'm going to use, I showed you again, Smoky Olive. And this one, I've got my shadow brush ready. I'm gonna go on my outer corner. I think I'm gonna go for like a kind of a smoky eye. And then take my brush to blend. Use a bit on that side and blend. Okay, then I'm taking Pearly Vanilla and I'm placing that all over and in my inner corner. I don't think I need to blend that, it's fine. Do the same on the other eye. And there we go, quite a quick eye look. Okay, I've also done my mascara, and I've used the Phenomenal mascara. I'm just trying to use this a little bit more before it expires. I just realized that I also had eyeliners. I'm just gonna give you swatches of them. So these are all the Power Stage gel eyeliners, and we have here chocolate brown, burgundy, then going green, and then silver shimmer. I think I might use silver shimmer in my inner corner. I really like these eyeliners. They are very creamy. They do set quick as well, so you do have to be quick with them, but they stay in place all day long. And I think I might use chocolate brown for my waterline. I have got it on my lower lash line by accident. There we are. Okay, I'm saying zoomed in because I have brows next, and I'm actually a little bit worried about this one. I'm a little bit nervous. So I have the long lasting brow tint, 72 hours. I'm not gonna have it on my brows for 72 hours, in shade light brown. And this is what it looks like. And this one, I thought it would have been one of those powdery ones that I don't like. I did test Avon brow products once, and it was just a disaster. It was all over my face. But it's actually kind of like an eyeliner. So it's liquid. And I'm very nervous because I don't normally use this kind of brow products. I use something that's like super easy, you can just brush through and stuff, but this one you actually have to draw the lines. So let's see how it goes. So I'm gonna start in this area where my brows tend to be a little bit sparse. Maybe I should have brushed my brows first, but and I'm just going with my hairs. And yeah, I did tint the brows. And normally I would probably use like a brow gel to kind of set the brows in place as well. I do have a spoolie, which I tend to do just to brush the brows. Let's try brushing the brows first this time here. Yeah, this is a little bit fiddly for my taste. I like something super quick normally, but if you do need to draw on your brows, then yeah, you'll definitely draw them on. I think I kind of like caught a little bit of the foundation as well, so after a while it lost this pigment, but look how much you actually get when you pull it out. It's like dripping. So you can always just dip back in. Right, so I've got lips left to do. First I'm going to line my lips. I have been wearing a lip balm while I was doing the rest of my makeup. It's like just sunk in now. So the lip pencil I'm using is the Ultra Color lip pencil in shade Bear. Okay, and I have two Power Stay lip products. I have the Power Stay Lip Stylo in shade Feisty Fawn. And I will give this a swatch here. And this is the newer one, the Power Stay Creamy Vinyl. And then this one is in shade Rustic Rebel. And then it's that one there. This one will dry. I actually found that it dries up very nicely on my skin here on my hand, and it's very hard to remove, but on my lips it just doesn't dry, and I think it's just my lips. It's why I don't get along with the Power Stay products. Something in them that just doesn't mesh with my lips. This one is much better, the lip stylo. It actually dries, but I will put this one on so we can all see. Love the color. And honestly, it feels so comfortable at the minute, but we need to leave it a few minutes while that sinks in and these dry on the back of my hand. Let's zoom you in for a foundation checkup. It's definitely dry. It doesn't feel sticky anymore. But again, this area, that's where I need to maybe use some setting spray or something just to take down the cakiness a little bit. But it doesn't look too bad. It's alright. It's just not something that I prefer. Alright, the lips are starting to dry. You can see that stickiness that I'm on about. And it's dried really nicely. It still feels comfortable. It's not completely dry at the minute because it still transfers. By the way, here are the claims for the vinyl. It has color lock technology, so 16 hours, light proof long wear liquid lipstick serving up high shine, high impact, full coverage vinyl colors that stays locked on your lips for 16 hours. It sets quickly, not yet. Keeps your lips hydrated for 16 hours. Okay. It won't smudge, transfer or fade, so when the days goes by your vibrant shine stays. It's enriched with jojoba, olive and pomegranate oils and feels like lightweight and keeps lips moisturized for the 16 hours again. I will say that it does feel comfortable. It doesn't feel drying like the previous formula, the liquid lipstick. I think they still have that one actually. But yeah, this is what I mean. It just stays sticky on my lips. I think I gave it enough time. I think it's been about 10 minutes since I've applied it. There's still some stickiness to it, but it's getting there. So I will check in a bit later. Before I do that, actually on the back of my hand it's not quite completely dried just yet. It's still a bit sticky, so that hasn't happened before when I've tried it first. I want to try and see if these alright, there you go, they stay put. How about this one? That stays put. The lipsticks might move a bit. So that's the style over here. And then that one, now I'm expecting to smudge a little bit because it's not like super, just the tiniest bit. And I'm gonna take a makeup wipe. I'm gonna take a makeup wipe. Oh my goodness. We're getting there with some of these. If I scrub, my hands and lipstick are still. This one is not budging whatsoever. And this is the brow tint. There we are. I started to budget, but you really need to scrub. If you do have some issues removing these, you need to use an oil-based cleanser, by the way. And we're getting there because you don't want to scrub like this on your face. It will be not good for your face. So I'll see you in a bit, and we'll have a little check-in. Okay, it has been about 6 hours since I have applied this makeup. I have changed my lipstick. I am now wearing the lip stylo. And while this one does feel a lot drier than the vinyl liquid lip, it doesn't have that stickiness. I will insert a video that I took, like a very quick video that I took about a couple of hours since applying my makeup, and the lipstick just didn't set at all. It didn't dry, and yeah, I think it's just my lips. They just don't mesh well with the Power Stay liquid lipsticks, so I will not buy them going forward, no matter what versions they come out with. They just don't work for my lips whatsoever. Also, on that little clip, you would have seen my foundation, the way it looked. Just that kind of like cakey look to the foundation is not something that I prefer. But I do assume that if I do use something that's supposed to help with melting your makeup, it's gonna look much better. Let's see how it looks like now. Nothing major, so nothing that, you know, it looks like very... I do hope you're able to see it properly, maybe now. But it did settle like in lines around here. Nothing major, so nothing that, you know, it looks like very nasty or anything. So yeah, it's looking good. And just look at the eyes, look at the eyeshadow. And this is without any eyeshadow primer, just sticks, the eyeshadow sticks as a base. Normally I have to use eyeshadow primer because I have oily lids, but these eyeshadow sticks, they set like so well. I have no creasiness. The eyeshadow hasn't sunk into the skin or anything. It's not breaking apart. It's just nice. And then we can also see those eyeliners as well. Now, the bit that's surprised me the most is the eyebrow product, the eyebrow tint, the brow tint. Because I didn't think that it would actually set the brows, but it did. It does have a little bit of that sticky feeling. So yeah, I think that worked, to just do it the way I did it and then brush with a spoolie. Turned out a much better product than I expected. Another thing I wanted to remark on was the concealer, which I think it's still looking really good right now. I did set it with powder because this is something that I do with every single concealer, but yeah, still looking good, looking natural, giving a little bit of coverage. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So these are my thoughts on the Power Stay makeup. I do hope this video was useful, enjoyable. If it was, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out, and also leave me a comment telling me what's your favorite Power Stay makeup product, if you have one. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Thank you very much if you are subscribed. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.